Hey, what's up? Glad to see you here. In this video, I will show you the 10 best exercises for building muscle on gymnastic rings. And gymnastic rings are an amazing piece of workout equipment. The main reason being is that you can work out with them almost anywhere. All you need to find is a place to hang them from, and that's it. You can work out. And that's why I would recommend gymnastic rings to anybody who doesn't have access to a calisthenics park or a gym, because you can work out your whole upper body with just gymnastic rings. And I'm going to show you in this video how you can do that. And the second reason why gymnastic rings are amazing is the fact that most exercises on them are more difficult than on stable bars. And the reason being is that gymnastic rings are unstable. For example, if you're doing dips on dip bars, your hands are in a fixed position and you're doing just dips, right? But if you're doing dips on gymnastic rings, you need to hold those rings in place because they always want to move around, and that's why your stabilizing muscles are being worked much more, and your core is also being worked much more. So if you work out on gymnastic rings, you will just be stronger. And in my opinion, the best place to work out with your gymnastic rings is in a forest, by hanging them from a tree branch, because I just love the vibe of working out in the forest. But maybe that's just me, I don't know about you. Alright, let's get into the 10 exercises. So the first exercise is my favorite, and it's dips. And it mostly works out with triceps, chest and shoulders. Get into a ring support hold. Lower yourself down until your elbows reach a 90-degree angle and push yourself back up until your arms are straight. And when your arms are straight, make sure that your rings are turned out as well. The second exercise is leg raises, and it mostly works out your abs. Get into a ring support hold with your hands turned out and lift up your legs as high as you can and slowly lower them down. And while doing this exercise, make sure to squeeze your abs so you're actually working them. And if you want to, you can hold an Lsit as well, like I'm doing here, which also is a great ab exercise. The third exercise is ring muscle-ups, and this exercise really works out all of your upper body. But this exercise is quite advanced, so if you're a beginner, you should not be trying this. Grab the rings with a false grip, do a pull-up, lean over the rings and do a dip. This is actually quite an easy skill, but at the beginning it will seem almost impossible. The fourth exercise is pull-ups, and this is the best back exercise in calisthenics. While hanging from the rings, pull yourself up until your chin is in line with your hands, and slowly lower yourself down until your arms are straight. And while doing this exercise, make sure to keep your scapula engaged the whole time. Do not let it relax. The fifth exercise is rows, which also is a great back exercise, but it's significantly easier than pull-ups. So if you can't do a pull-up yet, then this exercise will be perfect for you. Get into this position and make sure that your scapula is retracted and your chest is pushed out forward. Then pull yourself up as high as you can and slowly lower yourself down until your arms are straight. The sixth exercise is a bicep curl, and it works just like a regular dumbbell bicep curl, but instead of curling up a dumbbell, you're curling up your body weight. How cool is that? This exercise is really similar to the rows, but instead of pulling up your chest to the rings, you're pulling up your forehead to your rings and keeping your elbows in front of you. The seventh exercise is face pulls, which trains your rear delts and is also really good for improving your posture. It's also quite similar to rows, but you're pulling your forehead in between the rings and letting your shoulders flare out. I think that this is the only exercise where you're supposed to let your elbows flare out. The eighth exercise is tricep extensions, and as you can probably tell by the name, it mostly works out your triceps. Get into this position with your rings in front of you, then slowly lower yourself down by bending your elbows and push yourself back up until your arms are straight. And while I was doing this exercise, I actually felt my core working quite a lot as well, because I need to stabilize myself. So this is a great tricep exercise and also a core exercise. The ninth exercise is push-ups, and it mostly trains your chest, and it's an exercise that you should already be familiar with. Get into a high plank on the rings, lower yourself down as slowly and as deep as you comfortably can, and push yourself back up until your arms are straight. I like to go really deep because I love the shoulder stretch that I get, but if you're not comfortable going that deep, by all means don't. Just make sure that your elbows reach at least a 90-degree angle. And finally, the 10th and last exercise is ring chest flies, and this is one of my favorite chest exercises of all time. Get into a high plank and lower yourself down by opening up your arms while keeping your elbows bent. Go as deep as you comfortably can and push yourself back up. Try to imagine that you're hugging someone. This will really help. Alright, that's all of the 10 best bodyweight exercises for building muscle on gymnastic rings. I hope that I was able to convince you of giving gymnastic rings a try, because they truly are one of the best pieces of workout equipment that you can buy. And I hope that this video was useful to you. And if it was, then I would be super grateful if you left a like and shared this video with someone. And also comment down below what kind of videos you would like to see from me more. And have a beautiful rest of your day. Peace.